Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Tyler Merkovich. That's Emery Hunt, the Czar of the Playbook. AFC North matchup on our hands, and it was a dandy, the first matchup here in Baltimore as Cincinnati won with under 20 seconds remaining on that pass from Carson Palmer to Andre Caldwell. Cincinnati coming off a bye week. Baltimore gets a big win at home against the undefeated Denver Broncos. The team is getting going after 3 straight losses. What are your keys to victory for John Harbaugh here, who has an unbelievable player and that's up and coming, and it's Ray Rice. I've been bragging about this guy before his days at Rutgers. No one thought he'd make it in the NFL, and now he is a premier back. He could do it all. What are your keys to victory for Ray Lewis's Ravens?
Well, the keys to victory for the Ravens, number one, the secondary is going to have a repeat performance. Was last week an aberration, or was that the secondary that's going to show up week in, week out for the rest of the season? So the secondary is going to have to play like they played last week against the Broncos, because this is a better receiving core than the Broncos, because they have a better quarterback. So therefore, he's going to be receiving core better. So the secondary has to play bigger this week. Repeat performance. 2, they're going to have to give Ray Rice more carries. The first meeting, they didn't give him enough carries. They kind of got, out of their element. They wanted to throw the ball a little bit more. It kind of cost them late because they wasn't able to run the clock out. So you look at, they have to give Ray Rice more carries in this matchup to keep Cincinnati's offense off the field and win that TOP on the road. That's the most important statistic in road games, is win the time of possession. 3rd, you look at what the Ravens want to do. They want to play off play action. They want to throw the football down the field, but that means the other receivers outside of Mason and Heap are gonna have to step up and be consistent. You look at Ray Rice as the second receptions wise. It's one of the top receivers on that team. Heap. So you look at receiver, running back, tight end, then the 2 other receivers. The other 2 receivers, Clayton and Kelly Washington, are going to have to get up into the top 3 to give that offense more balance, to make it more dangerous. So the receivers have to step up this week and play big. Those are the keys to victory for Baltimore.
And for the Bengals, they got Cedric Benson going. He is leading the league in rushing. He's having a great season. That offense is coming together. We thought that defense would take a step back without Antoine Odom, but they are filling the gaps nicely. And one of their rookies is stupendous. It's Ray Mayaluga, inside linebacker, playing great. What are your keys to victory for Marvin Lewis?
Well, keys to victory for the Bengals, they're going to have to roll their coverage toward Mason to take away their number 1 option and force those other 2 receivers to make plays consistently. You even saw Clayton drop a game-winning pass against the Patriots. So you got to make those other receivers beat you. So roll coverage to Mason, take him out the game. 2, you look at that offensive line. Even though last year was a tremendous weakness for the Bengals, it looks to be a strength. They're doing a good job of protecting Carson Palmer, giving him some time in the pocket. That's going to have to continue this week against the Ravens. That's important. 3rd, you look at those cornerbacks. They're going to have to make some plays on the football with Flacco back there. Joseph and Hall are going to have to play lights out this week in order to allow that pressure to get up front, because the Ravens want to attack you deep to short. If that secondary can show up this week, the safeties in particular can play strong, I think the Bengals have a tremendous shot. They have to keep giving the ball to Cedric Benson, like Cedric Benson had the first 100-yard game in forever against the Ravens. So with that said, I like Baltimore at home. I mean on the road, because this is personal now. We don't beat the Ravens at home and have to face them. This is personal. I like Baltimore.
A couple unheralded heroes in that offensive line, which is making this team, including Andrew Whitworth. They've drafted Andre Smith, who's not fully there, but he's going to get better and better, so this is a improving unit. But I'm going to take Baltimore. Also, they're going to get back at Cincinnati, win this game. Cincinnati thoroughly won that game. They gave up that touchdown late to Ray Rice. Baltimore could have stole it, but they had too many penalties down the stretch.
Discipline.
And that huge touchdown pass at the end. But Baltimore is going to outplay them this time and win it. It's reversed Baltimore on the road, I like. For more, visit footballgameplan.com/NFL.